Welcome back to the channel, friends. Today we're looking at a game called Craftlings. This is a cozy colony sim strategic sandbox game that will put your problem solving skills to the test. Now this game is all about attempting to optimize production chains using the tools that you have at your disposal. Now I found this one quite compelling and unique. I really do like the pixel art. Reminds me a little bit of something like a Lemmings or a Settlers. Maybe if you smash those two games together, you probably get something a little bit like this. And I'm excited to dive on into the full release here today. That's right, we're having a full release party on the channel today. Now, if you want to check out this game for yourself, you can certainly do so. It does release on the 15th of January, 2026. So very soon, you can check it out then. And we're going to be diving on into a campaign. Let's see how we do. So without further ado, let's begin. Smash the like button if you like the content. Consider subscribing if you are new here. Let me know your thoughts about the game in the comment section below. Thank you so much. Now let's rock and roll. Alright, so it all begins with the campaign selection, and for new players to this game, I would highly recommend you do the first 4 campaigns. There are built-in tutorials in each of these maps, and it's going to help you understand the basics of the game. There is a lot to understand in this game, there's a lot to internalize, but luckily the game isn't too punishing, right? It's actually pretty cozy if you want to play it that way. For today's episode, we're going to be doing the Restless Dunes, and you'll have to let me know if you want to keep seeing this. Absolutely, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to complete the campaign in today's video, but we'll certainly try. Let's face off against Anubis in the dunes. Let's go. Alright, so after a long sea voyage, the Craftlings finally set foot on the dunes of a new world, but little did they know beneath the shifting sands a hidden threat was waiting. Build the arena, train champions, and defeats Anubis. Alright, so seems pretty complicated, does it? Well, it actually isn't all that complicated. However, the most important thing about this game is setting up efficient production chains, okay? So, our little Craftlings are going to be spawning in from this portal here. We will always have 10, so if one should die, another one's going to spawn in at the portal location. Now, we can increase our max population with housing. You can do that in the blueprint menu. So there's all kinds of buildings here. We got housing, we got the marketplace, the lumberjack's hut, and all of these, of course, will do different things. They will require different resources to operate and different resources to build. Now, scouting out the map, and just get a load of this pixel art, right? Very nice. The water reflection is just brilliant in this game, absolutely. And it looks like we have a skeleton right here, so this is a foe. And, you know, just as the tooltip says right here, it can kill you if you aren't equipped properly, that is for certain. So we're going to have to get a armed Craftling over there to take him out. And then we have Anubis himself. And what do we know about Anubis? Well, he's got 12 hit points and does 2 damage. And looks like he steals life as well. That's pretty scary. There's also just random kind of resource pickups on the map. We don't have to worry about these just yet. And then one of the big goals in this particular scenario is to build the arena. So the blueprint of it is right here. You need 6 stone, and it looks like, what's that, 2 statues? Yeah, I do believe that's statues. So you got to bring it there along with the hammer and the Craftling to build the arena. So that is one of our big goals. We will get 15 gold if we do so. Then also build a windmill, which must be a building that's locked under. We probably have to upgrade our city hall first. So, speaking of the building that we do have operational, this right here is your city hall or your town hall. It is level 3. We need 4 planks to upgrade it to level 4. When you upgrade your town hall, you actually do get other spell options and building options as well. We have dynamite, which can destroy any terrain. Okay, and then this boxing glove. Basically, if you have a Craftling that's carrying some stone and you want him to drop it because you want him to pick up a tool or something, you can use the punch command on your Craftling, on your poor Craftling. And watch him go flying, but also drop what he's carrying. Down at the bottom here, we do have a bunch of different options to help shape the world and to help set up our production chain. They all cost gold, though. And this is what I mean with the tutorial, right? You got to understand what these things kind of do. So that's why I would recommend doing the tutorial. Now, our Craftlings are going to spawn in, and they will simply just continue to move left to right until they hit an obstacle. Then they will turn back the other way, and so on and so forth, okay? So you have to manipulate their movements and motions, and you can do that with a variety of things down south here on this toolbar. Now, the first thing that I'm going to notice here is, I mean, they're going to spawn in, and they're going to fly right off this edge, and probably fall to their demise, is my guess. So I think what we should probably do is maybe block off right here, so we have some stone that we can harvest right in here, and then we also have, I believe these cactuses, or cacti more like, serve as trees for a wood source. So those are our core resources. We're going to have to harvest them for sure. And I think what we should probably do is use these crates, which we have 20 of, to build a little, I guess, bridge. Build a bridge down so it's safe for our Craftlings to explore. and then probably seal it off right here. I think that's what it's looking like to me. Maybe we build a little horseshoe this way so we can still harvest this cactus if necessary. I think that's what makes most sense to me. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's build this up. Let's put it up like 5. Might be a little excessive, but the craftlings actually can climb. And let's go ahead and do something like this. Because we still want to allow them to climb back up so they can deliver resources to the city hall. And then we're going to have to put some more crates. Looks like I'm going to have to destroy this mini cactus. Let's put some more crates right here so they don't go this way and fall to their demise or drown. So now we have it pretty much sealed off. We can begin the simulation. Let's go ahead and take this off pause. There are speed controls at the top. Spacebar does pause it. I like to play on 2-speed. And like I said, the game's cozy. Like, there's nothing that's going to imminently come and destroy you. But you do want to try to, I guess, get it done in as fast as possible for best possible score. So let's go ahead and take this off pause. And you'll kind of see this game in motion. So our craftlings are going to come on down. They're going to climb around. They're going to explore. They're going to meet ultimately an obstacle that they cannot proceed. And then they're going to double back, go the other way. Now, we do need some wood, of course. So, to do that, we can arm one of our craftlings with an axe. Now, ultimately, what we have to do is we have to build a sawmill or a lumber mill to turn wood into boards. And then we got to get 4 boards to the town hall to upgrade that. Now, to do so, I mean, we're sitting amongst an abundance of wood. However, stone is a little sparse with just 2 deposits. I think you can get multiple harvests out of them. So why don't we go ahead and let's clear some space to build this lumber mill. In fact, let's kind of see. Let's kind of scout. Where can I actually build this? I mean, it's a huge building, right? Like, huge building. I think I have to clear some of the cacti. Like right in this zone. Like maybe even throw it right there. It's kind of a tough spot, but I think that's what has to be done. So let's go ahead and arm our craftlings with some axes. And this will prompt them to use the axe. Right, so he grabs the axe. He's cutting down this cacti. And you bet. Let's give you the axe. He's going to probably chop down this one. That's okay. We can actually plant a tree farm. To replant trees, or in this case, cacti. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this lumber mill down. You bet we can. Bam. Let's throw it down. Now, likewise for the stone, we have to get a few pickaxes in the hands of our capable craftlings. And if you want them to turn the other way, you can always click on them, right? But obviously, this game is all about, like, limiting micromanagement as much as possible. I think that's where you probably get to a real enjoyable state with this game. And if you drop a tool that can't be grabbed by your craftling, that's okay. Just click it. You'll pick it right back up. So we're getting a bunch of stone, and it's immediately going to this building here. Now, if at any time I don't want the building operational, I don't want them bringing stuff to it, or I don't want them interacting with it, we can always just click on the building to shut it down effectively. Let's go ahead and have him turn around and build up this sawmill. Now, the next thing we're going to need is, of course, more wood. And as you notice, we have just 1 axe. So, it's important to get what's called a lumberjack's hut. So this will create an axe for you for 1 gold. Of course, we have 60 gold in the top left there. So let's see if we can find a spot to build this. We actually get a free reward for building buildings. In that case, we got 3 crates. Okay. Now, let's see. I mean, it looks like the only, like, viable building space is, like, up here. There's actually more trees up there as well. So maybe we do something like build a ladder. So what if I were to go, let's give him the axe, have him chop this down. We can install a ladder right here. And we can just shut it off for now. I don't want them going up there and, you know, falling off the edge. So we got to build some infrastructure. And let's go ahead and let's put our lumberjack hut. I mean, we can put it right at the top of the ladder if we like. Now, another thing about this game is Craftlings cannot transport resources up ladders, okay? So that's another call out, right? It does kind of make the game a little tricky. Like when I said it really tests your mind, your problem solving skills. I mean, it definitely does. I think we can throw it right at the top of the ladder. That's completely fine. And now we just need a capable craftling with a hammer. Okay, so no resources are required to build that, which is good. So they can scale ladders with tools. Let's go ahead and turn on the ladder. Let's have it go both ways. You can make it go exclusively down or up. And then what we're going to need is, we're going to need a solution. So another thing that I can do, if I don't want them traversing this far, right, because it creates inefficiency, I can build one of these statues that effectively tell them to go a certain way or don't go past this point. You can also build these signs and determine a resource. So a craftling with that resource, when it comes in contact with that sign, will turn the other way. Will turn the way the sign's facing, essentially. So now we are producing axes, and we are producing boards, which is good. We definitely want the boards to get to our town hall, to upgrade our town hall to level 4. Now, for other building options, we can build housing. Housing is going to increase the population of your craftlings. I think we should probably try to do that. I mean, let's get some housing up here, man. Let's get like 2 of them. Sure. More population is good. Right, so this guy has an axe ready to go. So this craftling will grab it. Should grab it. There we go. So I think maybe building right on a ladder is not great. So maybe I should probably destroy this ladder. And then maybe install it right here instead. Just so they can actually come in contact with the building, right? So that's another thing to pay attention to in this game, as it relates to resource efficiency. Now, ultimately, we need to get wood to these houses. Now, obviously, we're producing wood up here, so I think it might be a good idea. Let's put a sign right here, and let's say wood. So if you have wood, go this way. Now, they are going to, of course, go to the ladder. But that's okay. This guy has an axe. Okay, so he's chopping this down. That'll find its way there, ultimately. Alright, let's go. These craftlings really love their ladders. Alright, good job. Now, let's see. How about you're going to be my special little craftling here, man? There you go. Build this house. Then grab this. And you bet. Chop down the wood. Or the cacti, more like. Yeah, chop that down, man. Okay, very good. Let's apply that there, and let's give you another hammer. And let's go back the other way and get this thing built. Right, not half bad. Now we can upgrade the houses if we have stones. So if we can funnel stones up to the upper level, we can get these houses upgraded, which will, of course, increase capacity. We now have 14 craftlings instead of just 10 that we started with. So to get stone up here, you're probably wondering, how do you actually do that? Well, you can build one of these little lifts. It's cargo lifts. You can specify stone. And then what'll happen is, if a craftling has stone in their possession, they will send it on up. In fact, we almost have to do it right here. And then I've got to switch these crates around. So let's do that. Specify stone. And then let's go ahead and build this up. Again, so they don't fall to their demise. And then eventually we're going to be able to terraform, which is super useful, of course. Let's go ahead and destroy these. We get them back. Now, any craftling with stone is going to put the stone here, and it's going to go up. And then it can be used to upgrade these houses, which is nice. Looks like this fall is just fine for the craftlings, but probably not much higher, if I'm being honest. All right, we still need 2 more boards here, boys. What are we doing? So what's happening is they are coming up. They're not grabbing the axe. They're coming up here, and then they're just going left right away. What can I specify this to? Okay, yeah, so if you're a free worker, go this way. And he goes right back down the ladder. How about this, boys? Let's mine some stone. Get that right there, boys. Okay, so it must be like too tight a space in here or something. And now he can't get back up. Alright, well, let's throw a crate right there then. And right there as well. Maybe I have to, like, build this cargo lift down here a little bit. Because he's not throwing it in the cargo lift. He should be. There we go. Takes maybe too much micromanagement. So I think since I just observed that, let's go ahead and bump this out a little bit. This wall. Right, so it goes all the way up. Now the cargo awaits somebody to grab it. So what we really need is, I've got to solve this ladder quandary that we have going on. So free workers coming down and then they simply go in the ladder. Maybe I just close off this ladder or make it only up. Right, so they come up, they do what they gotta do. Right, we'll be getting some wood up here. And we can probably, I think, maybe a sapling farm up here is also a pretty good idea. To help renew trees, okay? Let's go ahead and equip you with a hammer. Do good things for me, man. Alright, let's get one more stone here, boys. What do you say? Of course, this does kind of keep them in a loop up here, though. Okay, so only cargo. Only if they're carrying something. Which he is. But we kind of need the wood down south, man. This game definitely tests your problem-solving skills, for sure. I will just eliminate this sign's functionality for now. It's there if we need it for a specific purpose. What I want them to do is, it'd be nice if they got to the top of this ladder and went right. And then had the freedom to travel back left after they grab a resource. Now this is a tree farm, so this has a little sapling for you, right? And your craftling will grab it and then plant it. And that's how you get renewable wood, okay? What we really need is some more stone. Let's get some more stone, boys. Somebody make my day. Let's go. Alright, good job. In fact, I'm going to throw a crate right there as well. Let's get that up. Let's get this house upgraded. Got 15 craftlings now. Alright, very good. So we did level up the town hall. It's level 4 now, so now we have access to the small armory, the farm, the iron mine, the chicken coop, and the wizard tower. We also have the storage box, work frenzy, terrain block, and move building. These are spells. So I think what I want to do is, let's get a farm set up, because, funny enough, a farm and vegetables and things of the like, that's actually how you unlock mana points to use these spells with. And terrain block is very, very nice because it spawns terrain out of nowhere, out of nothing, that you can actually build on, right? So as you're seeing, like, the building space is getting pretty tight. So that's good. We also have access to the spear, the wheat, the iron ore, and the meat. And of course, you can equip your craftlings with weapons to turn them into a warrior of some type. As long as you have the weapon, you equip it the same way you would equip a pickaxe or a hammer. Okay? Nah, man. Let's go this way, buddy. I'll go back the other way. Alright, good job. Now, I can probably shut this down for now. Actually, no. This needs 4 stone. Let's go ahead and supply the stone. give you guys some work. Good job. Get some of that work done. And maybe we look at expansion. So I've got 30 mana points. A terrain block costs 3. Now, if I could expand this way, we would have access to more wood. Not to mention more stone, too. I would have to think about blocking this off. But I could also just fill this in. Right, so if we fill this in, it gives us access to all kinds of terrain. But the question becomes... So this right here, this mana cauldron, this is how you make mana. So let's go ahead and throw that down. Let's have it accept carrots. And then let's throw a garden bed down, 4 carrots. Then this guy will begin farming. Once the carrot grows, it will go in the kitchen pot, and then we'll start generating mana. Now, very expensive is the kitchen pot. Absolutely, the mana cauldron. Alright, so I think what I want to try to do is expand down this way. But we also want to keep access to our town hall. If you see these barrels, click them, you get free gold. Got 3 gold there. Fantastic. Alright, so free worker. Let's send them this way. And maybe just maybe we just keep a few of them up here working. And then we send the rest down, right? Because stone's going to be coming up. Maybe that's how I solve this issue. I'm going to be able to get some renewable wood. Actually, you can go up. You have the axe. Let's keep like 4 of them up there for now. Or maybe even like less. Let's keep like 2 of them up there. The rest you guys can go on down. And then I can just shut down this ladder. This ladder is problematic. Now, there are artificial ways to get your craftlings. From lower level to upper level, you can use this bubble. The soap bubble does, of course, cost mana. And then the parachute will help them descend from higher level to lower level. Okay, so this guy took the stone he was supposed to deliver right here. Nope, go up the ladder. Oh, that's right, you can't. We'll throw that right there, man. Alright, nice. Way to get that wood. Oh, this guy's planting trees. Right, so we've got 2 units of wood. Maybe it's a good time to build another house, given... Let's build another house up here, why not? Let's give you a hammer here, man. Grab the hammer and build this house for me, would ya? And you see that right there? They can jump over the sign sometimes. But I need another house right here. And another thing that we can do is we can get a market. And the market's going to allow us to sell product for gold. So we can sell wood, we can sell stone, whatever we have an abundance of. So, I mean, we have a nice little operation up top where we're going to have a ton of wood. So maybe that's what we do with our wood for the time being. Get a little market going on. I do need space for trees, though. So let's terraform a little bit. Let's go ahead and build a market. Let's blow out that. Let's go market. Right there. Alright, so we need 2 stone up here again. We actually should be getting it. Market's going to occupy the wood, though. Let's give this guy a hammer. Get it, man. Build that up. Let's go. Now, what other kind of buildings do we need? I think we probably need a mining shed. It's a way to get renewable stone. So, to get a mining shed. Where can we kind of fit this in? I mean, we're sending the stone up. Do I, like, terraform this section? I think so. I gotta wait for these guys to stop coming through. I guess it's not the end of the world if we lose some. They do just respawn at the blue portal anyways. We have 21 population. I mean, our population is bustling just a little bit here. Right, so now what we need is the wood down. So another thing that we can do is we can install one of these cargo balloons, which will send the wood down. So it will send a resource down. You can specify the resource. And of course, you can change the resource that is being sent. Obviously, the wood is coming from the top, so we have to send it down. Now, where's like a good spot for that? So like right here? I mean, kind of feels like it. I think so. That's got to be the spot. It's going to give us access to more boards too. So this one has to go down right here. This cacti. And this guy needs... Yeah, so we need the stone up top. So this guy just... Lose that. Let's turn you around the other way. Go drop that off. You don't necessarily need to be planting trees there, pal. I need 4 more gold. Here we go. Nice, we got 7. Fantastic, alright. Let's go ahead and take this out. Let's get a cargo balloon to go down, to send the wood down. So we got stone coming up, and we got wood going down. Very good. So this will get built up, which will give us pickaxes. And then those pickaxes, of course, will be used to autonomously mine. Now, do I want to close off this? What we do need is, we need a supply line. We need a supply line. So this is actually iron. So how you get this is you have to build the iron mine. And it requires meat to craft the iron ore, okay? So for that we need a regular farm and a chicken farm. So that's kind of like the next progression that we're looking at. A chicken coop and just a regular farm. Then not to mention a well. So I do think proximity is important with these buildings, especially ones that feed into one another. So maybe we do expand to the south. I'm thinking like fill this out. I mean, we need a whole lot of space for farms, man. Let's build that up so nobody goes that way. And then for this way, I mean, might actually have to terraform it. We also have the option of moving buildings with this. It's costly though, right? Very expensive. But that's an option. I can make a ladder down, otherwise we could just chance it, see what happens. Certainly could. We got a nice little production chain going on here. Is it the most efficient? No, probably not, but we'll eventually be able to filter what's needed for the arena pretty easily. We just need our craftlings to continuously supply the resources. The stone, most likely, up top. So let's go ahead and keep these pickaxes flowing. Right, where's that market? Wasn't my market done yet, man? 2 more stone. Right, here comes some more stone. Then this one needs a hammer, so get a hammer, get it built. Right, we're gonna start getting pickaxes to the populace, which is good. Got a 5 dynamite bonus. Not bad, and this guy will make a pickaxe and then feed it to a passerby. It does require wood, though. Good thing we're having wood sent down, right? So this should actually be pretty efficient, I would think. Right, so 4 down this way. I mean, the first thing that we need is a well. Well provides water, and then the farm. So we need planks for this. It almost makes me want to just create my own lumberjack huts in the middle layer. Because we have our sawmill right here, right? And maybe future state, do we just extend this over? And then find a way to get iron up so it can eventually make its way to the town hall, you know what I mean? That kind of feels like the way. Otherwise, we're building a very long ladder, which I don't like too much, and not to mention you can't transport resources up ladders anyways. So maybe terraforming this out and connecting this path is the right thing to do. Once we have the mana, of course. Alright, so this guy has some boards. Alright, we almost have the market built up top. This guy's got some boards. We eventually need it down south. I'm thinking about just building my own lumberjack hut down here, man. Or if not down there, maybe somewhere on this base layer. Alright, we got some more mana. I mean, do we ladder up? Need somebody to chop down these trees. Is what we really need. And to, of course, produce the axe, we need gold. The marketplace will help with that for sure. So let's get the marketplace rolling. 15 gold for that. Absolutely fantastic. And then, yes, we will have it accept wood. We get 3 gold per sale of that. More gold there. Alright, so first thing that we need is a well. So we certainly want a well. Requires a stone. Not a big deal. And then we need a regular farm. Building produces seeds in exchange for a water bucket and 1 coin. So right there. And then the seeds can be planted into the earth to grow wheat. And then the wheat needs to make its way to a chicken farm. Before we open up this bottom area, though, I'm going to put one of these at the end. That is a stopper. Your craftlings will not proceed past this point, okay? Of course, we'll keep them from jumping off to their demise. In fact, I could use maybe a few more crates. So let's do something like this. So the stone is still viable. Right, so we need 3 planks down this way. We have 3 planks. So let's take this out. Let's go planks, and let's turn that thing. They should go this way, yeah, you bet. Good job, my brave craftlings. Alright, where is he? Okay, here he is. Alright, nice. Right, so we have a few of them down on the bottom here, and, you know, we got the planks home. Got it home where it matters. Now, we could use a stone to build up that well. So let's get the well built up. Let's see if I can just kind of micromanage this. Obviously, the point of this game is to not micromanage, but it can be challenging sometimes. Alright, come back here, man. Alright, build that. Alright, nice job. Now we're going to start getting water. It's real local. So the next thing we need... I need just raw wood to chop this down. So how about a woodcutter or lumberjack hut? Oh, really? You can't destroy stone? Interesting. We'll throw a lumberjack hut right here. Alright, good job. Get that built up, man. I really do like the pixel art of this game. Looks good, man. Like, the building designs look good. Reminds me of Settlers in a lot of ways. So now we're going to start getting wood down here, which is great. We can always choose to send it up later to the sawmill, but this will help us get this farm built. These guys are making money for me, which is fantastic. And, you know, occasionally sending the wood down as well. So what I have to start figuring out is where we're going to throw the chicken farm. How about you throw that home there, pal? I mean, I don't know if we want a tree farm down south. Because the farm does need space to grow the wheat seeds. But let's get it built up. We got our first farm. Fantastic. Alright, 5 pitchforks. So that is actually an armament. Can give us a peasant craftling, which does have combat capabilities. Not very good, but combat capabilities nonetheless. So now if we bring a bucket of water, we get a seed. Once the craftling takes the seed, it will plant it in the earth and then grow wheat for you. And then the wheat needs to go to the chicken farm, so we have to put the chicken farm like real local, man. Alright, nice. This guy's taking it out. Actually cleared some good space. Let's see, chicken coop. Should have plenty of space to grow the wheat. And if not, we can actually make more space for you. Alright, bucket of water's ready to go. Gold is getting a little tight. Alright, build up that. We're gonna have a meat production chain coming together. So I think what we want to do is probably send the wood back up to the middle section. Although it does depend. So the iron mine. We need a pickaxe and a piece of meat to effectively mine iron. It feels like a great spot for the iron mine is down here. It really does. Like even destroy this maybe. I can always put in a tree sapling farm. Not really a big deal. Let's destroy this and see. Can we get this iron mine in here? I'm gonna take out these 3, I think. Iron mine. Alright, so we need 2 planks, 2 stone, and 2 wood. We've got the wood easy. But of course they can't traverse up this now. Okay. Should have probably put it down in one spot. Well, let's destroy it. Unfortunately, I don't believe you get your resources back. Let's throw the iron mine right here. And then, of course, we can just terraform in another block so they can climb and traverse. Got the wood back that we lost. Fantastic. Alright, so one thing that we can do is we can set up a little elevator once I have enough gold to send wood up and then send planks down. That's an option. Well, these guys work in the farm. There's some gold. Alright, plus 8 gold. Almost exactly what we needed. Got 10 mana. Marketplace has to have something. What are you guys doing? You're running around with a tree. Maybe we can shut this down. Help that guy wake up a little bit. Alright, so I don't think we need stone being sent up anymore, do we? We don't. Instead, we need something sent down. So I need... Well, actually, I need wood sent up from the lower level to the sawmill. And then somebody has to transport the boards back down. Gotta get this built up. So I need stone sent down too, unless we just start mining this. Which is... I mean, it's a possibility. You actually do need a pickaxe to run this. And we got plenty of wood on this base layer, or at least we did. Although I do have 2 hammers left. So I know there's a way to make hammers. I'm going to want to do that too. There you go, workers outpost. Produces a hammer in exchange for a vegetable soup and 1 coin. 2 wood, 2 stone, and 1 hammer, of course. Feels like probably somewhere in the middle tier is fine for that. Or maybe we extend this a little bit. We do have a lot of workers. Let's go over 3. Let's take that out. Let's get the workers outpost. We do need the hammer. And then vegetable soup. What do you need to make that? Probably the kitchen, I would guess, right? Yeah, so 3 carrots. This thing's 4x2. Requires more of the same things that we kind of already have. There's no point in building this until we can get the kitchen constructed. Right, without the vegetable soup, it's a no-go. But as you can see, we got a bunch of wheat. And we actually do have meat. Okay, cool. So this is going to go nicely once we can get there. But we're a little short on cash. Very short on mana. I mean, do we maybe consider building another farm for more carrots? I think probably. So these guys are hitting the sun and then they're just turning back. Alright, well, let's take out the sun then. Let's put a crate back in there. Got to get our mana production going again. And then I've got to figure out what we have to do. So, coins, that's huge. I mean, I need stone being sent down. I need wood being sent up. Got a bunch of guys hanging out with some wood. And then ultimately I need planks being sent down. So basically we have to build a supply elevator, a supply line, from mid to bottom. Both on the give and the take. That's what we need. And we need 24 coins to do it. But that's of course if we want to focus on getting the iron mine, which I do think we should. But we're going to be short the pickaxe. And we're going to be short... Well, we're going to be short the pickaxe. And then of course there's no way to get the iron, fed mainline into our town hall. So I think ultimately what we need, I've got 2 hammers left, right? So ultimately I think what we need. Nice, 15 gold here. That's huge, man. Alright, so I've got 20 gold. Let's pause things and think about things for a moment. So I've got 2 hammers left. We need 1 hammer to build the place where you can produce more hammers, right? And then we need 1 other hammer to produce the kitchen to make the vegetable soup that will ultimately make the hammer. So those are our options right now. So kitchen. Alright, it's a very elongated building. Not friendly to us in this one. Well, let's think about this. I can terraform 2 land spots. I could maybe try to destroy this. I do have a spot right here, but then we're merging top and mid. And then I would have to put in another elevator down. Well, we are sending wood down, but that's helping us make the pickaxe. There's no more wood up here. Let's go ahead and turn that off so we get more saplings. What's this building again? So 4 spaces. We have 1 extra. I can build 2. I mean, that's what we have to do, and unfortunately, we're just a little bit shy on mana right now. We will get there, though. We will get there. Just need 1 more carrot to make it home. Right, here we go. Got tons of carrots. Once it grows up, that is. It's good to see a little farm operation coming together. And then we can... Once I'm able to solve this, then we can kind of take this to the next level. Alright, here we go. We got our mana. So now here's what I have to do. We got to take this out. Yes. Take that out. Let's go with Workers Outpost. Bam. And let's go with the kitchen. Bam. Okay. Let's go ahead and build up this. Alright, so let's send the wood down here, boys. Definitely need some wood here, man. In fact, let's stop selling the wood that's located down. Or transport it down. You guys keep grinding that mana. Got a good operation going on this bottom lane here. I'm satisfied with it. Just got to get some boards down there, man. Alright, so there's a much needed piece of wood. Okay, where'd this guy get a piece of stone? Where'd he get that? We'll drop that, man. Like, what are we doing? You plant trees, you cut them down. That's what we need. Could give him just a little bit more space to plant trees, right? In fact, we could go ahead and do this too. They just need more space to plant those trees. Well, cacti. And we can speed things up a little bit too. We can go 3 speed. There's just a lot to this game, right? A lot to consider. Resource management is huge. Like, it really is. But as you also see, it's cozy, right? The game doesn't stress you out too much. It really doesn't. It's just all about solving the various puzzles. So I'm going to put a sign. If you are carrying wood, go this way. Right? That'll help speed up things quite a bit. There we go. Alright, so how about a pickaxe here, boys? Let's see, so what do we got? Okay, this guy's making a pickaxe. That's good. No, let's get you back the other way there, pal. Okay, get that home. We need these 2 buildings built. And then we can proceed. Go ahead and get this built up. 10 dynamite is our prize, you bet. Not sure why my tree farm got locked up, but it did. Right, we got a lot of... I've got a lot of wheat. I got a lot of wood. We got to send the wood up to get sawed down. That's what we have to do. So I need to earn 12 gold. And I can install that right away. How about this? Bam. Plus 5. Not quite enough. Right, more wood. Just keep feeding it down. Right, you bet. Coming on down. Gonna make another pickaxe. Right, so this has a hammer made, it looks like. Alright, nice. Good choice to get that stone there, pal. Let's go back the other way. Get this built up now. Would you please? Alright, good man. Right, so now we need 3 carrots. So, do we turn off the mana supply? It's probably not wise. I could build more of these. Wow, we actually have 42 mana now, suddenly. Just getting a ton of mana. So maybe I do shut this off so the carrots go this way, right? And obviously, like, what I'm learning just through this process here is you definitely want to make sure that you're building buildings that need one another close to one another, as you would probably assume, but it's not always easy when you're working with such limited space. And you can see your little craftlings can really hollow out the level that they're patrolling pretty quickly, right? They can take out all trees and things of the like. And then if you don't have any gold. But we are trying our hardest, man, to get this town hall to level 4. And this is going to enable a builder for us. So that's good. So now what we need is more gold. So what does that mean? Well, it means let's sell some wood again. But we actually don't have an axe to use. So this must, like, supply you with hammers? Is that it? Can also obtain a hammer when destroying any building with dynamite. Okay, interesting. Otherwise, as far as, like, marketplace goes, I mean, we could make a lot of gold if I had a marketplace on this little middle tier here. So that's another option. Okay, so everything is costing gold for crafting. So our lack of gold is really, really hurting us. See, we've got 5 coins there and just immediately pretty much gone. Looks like there is a farm that you can use if you get all the way to the right. Bunch of crates, but no other real buildings to help assist. And our cash is gone just like that. So what do we need, man? We need more cash. I mean, I need a lot of things. We need a lot of things. If I build the small armory, we get 25 gold. But it requires a lot. I mean, what do I have a ton of? I mean, you could almost argue that we should sell. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's take that out. All right, market. It's a little large. Let's get a little crazy with the dynamites. Let's throw a market right here. Probably should have a market on the mid-level. Probably should. It'll help us get gold, man. Go back the other way. Drop off that wood. I'm thinking if I can sell this vegetable soup stuff, we might be better off. Actually have a pretty consistently sellable product. Or I suppose another thing that I could do is I could scrap this and we could just move this marketplace down. Yeah, why don't we do that instead? In fact, I think I have to out of necessity. Oh, it won't accept vegetable soup, is that so? So it won't buy vegetable soup. It'll buy all kinds of other cargo, though. I'm thinking, alright, so a hammer guy. This guy's got to go down to the bottom. So maybe we change it to stone, I suppose. I mean, we need gold. That's what we need. It's either that or we start selling wood on the bottom. Those are the two options, I think. Or keep collecting these crates. I mean, game's hooking me up with some crates for sure. Or barrels. But you can't rely on them, and you know, our gold supply's gone. In a quick fashion. So maybe moving this wasn't the right idea. Or maybe we just moved it to the wrong spot. If I move it right here and we go wood, right, we're going to have sellable products immediately. And I could even consider... Well, we're going to have a nice wood operation up top. It's actually doing pretty good for us. It's supplying wood to the middle, which is big because there's no room. The only thing is we're not really sustaining wood production on the bottom, so it's going to run out, right? I could extend this over. Yeah, why not? There's more trees over here. We can use it. Little something more to... More trees to collect resources from, of course. That's the idea. Right, so this vegetable soup, is there anything else that we can do with it? Because if not, do we even need it? I mean, to make a steady supply of hammers. Alright, so how about you? Let's send you down, man. Send you down too. Alright, good. Come on in. Let's get a sapling farm down here as well. Guy with the hammer's gonna build it. You bet. Just need more space for trees. And of course, we have to create more axes. Thanks, bird. So what's really not serving a purpose? Does this require a coin? It does. Let's lock that up. Does this require a coin? It doesn't. That requires a coin. I've got to save up 12 gold to get a lift elevator to send wood, or more like planks down. If I could just get 2 planks down, we'd have an operational iron mine. But my market isn't really working good. I don't really have it on a plane where we're... I mean, stone for 6, flour for 8, wood planks, rope, iron ore, bone, stone sculpture for 70. I mean, stone, the problem is the pickaxe requires the wood. Yeah, this one's challenging, this little Anubis desert run for sure. And, you know, frankly, we have gone on, you know, past the hour mark. It's typically a little longer than I like to do for a game preview, so I think we can probably close it up here. But, I mean, I think kind of in real time, you're seeing the expanse of this game, right? You're seeing what this game has to offer, but you're also seeing some of the unique challenges that this game does bring to you. It's all about, like, level building, and then we didn't even really get into adding a ton of ladders or some of the more advanced stuff. I wish I would have been able to get this thing upgraded. I mean, we can definitely try it again in the next episode if you want to see some more Craftlings. I really do enjoy this game. I think it takes a fun and unique approach on the genre. Reminds me a little bit of like Lemmings or Settlers, and I really do enjoy the pixel art. This game really does challenge your brain, right? It really makes you think. And like I said, it's all about, you know, where are your problem-solving skills at on this particular day that you're choosing to play this game. I sure hope that they are shored up and top-notch, because you're going to need them in this one. It definitely challenges you and makes you think. And then, you know, at the same time, kind of has a cozy and relaxing feel to it as well. There's nothing that's overtly pressuring you or anything of the like. Definitely fun stuff. Definitely a fun game. So check it out if you like. It does release tomorrow. So I'm going to pop back to the main menu here, my friends. Save and exit. And we're going to land this plane, but, you know, like I said, let me know if you want to see some more of this. We can just fire up that save file and just hit the ground running. I do think I'm going to have to do some thinking before we jump back on in and figure out maybe what our best options are, our best solutions. This game is very appealing and just nice to look at face value, but like I already kind of mentioned, it will certainly challenge the brain. And maybe your boy wasn't, you know, too good at problem solving today or something. I don't know. We had some success as well, but I think gold got really, really tight on us, and that would be the problem that we have to solve. The gold crisis before us, for sure. Probably have to assess buildings that are consuming gold coins when they get used, determine which ones we need, which ones we don't, and try to kind of stock up a supply of gold. We do that in the next episode and, you know, see if we can continue to expand eastward closer to Anubis, and also get that arena built as well. That's another kind of element of this. And effectively, we'll get iron, we'll get our town hall upgraded, and then we can start going into statue production, which can get that arena finished. So that would kind of be the next goal in the next episode. Let me know if you want to see it. However, my friends, we are far too long. This is far too late. And this has been Craftlings. I sure hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And consider subscribing if you happen to be new. Thank you so much, and I'll be catching you in the next video. Thanks a lot.